The Last Heirloom. Introduction. New York City, New Year's Eve, 1997. Crowds cheered, fireworks painted the sky, and voices counted down the final seconds to midnight. But inside an abandoned townhouse on the edge of the city, Sarah Whitmore knew her time was running out. In her trembling hands, she clutched an ancient amulet, the heirloom of her bloodline. For centuries, her family had guarded it. Now, hunters were at her door. If they got it, thousands would suffer. Her eyes filled with tears. She thought of her son, sleeping miles away. Protect him, and let him inherit only when he's ready, she whispered. And then, a deafening blast. The city cheered at the fireworks, never knowing a woman's sacrifice had changed history that night. Present day, David Whitmore had lived his whole life with questions no one would answer. His father avoided the subject of his mother, and all David had were dreams of a woman's voice calling to him. Then, one cold morning, a knock on the door. An elderly mailman handed him a faded envelope. "Strange one," he said. "Been waiting for you. 27 years. David tore it open. Inside was a will, signed by his mother. "I leave everything to my son. But remember, this inheritance is not gold nor land. It is far more powerful and far more dangerous." Tucked behind the letter was an old photograph. His mother Sarah, holding a dark amulet, the same one from his dreams. Flashback. 1997. Sarah's breath froze in the winter air as she ran, clutching the heirloom. Her husband Richard stayed behind to fight the hunters. "Go," he shouted. "Save him." Sarah knew the amulet wasn't wealth. It was destiny. But destiny came at a terrible price. She couldn't let the enemy claim it. If her son was to inherit, it would only be when the world forced his hand. Present day, David reread the will again and again. Something about the box felt heavier than it looked. He lifted the lining, and there it was, a small black case. His hands shook as he opened it. The amulet lay inside, glowing faintly in the dim light. The room went silent. The city outside seemed to vanish. And for the first time in his life, he heard her voice, soft but clear, echoing in his mind. "David, this is yours now. But remember, every gift demands a sacrifice." Ending. David stood at the window, staring out at the glittering skyline, the same city that had lit up the night his mother died. He closed the case gently, locking the amulet away. For him, the true inheritance was not the object itself, but the love and sacrifice of the woman who gave her life for him. A tear slid down his cheek, but his voice was steady as he whispered, "My inheritance is her memory, and that is enough." Outside, fireworks burst across the sky, just as they had 27 years ago. But this time, the past finally found peace.